Hi friends, it's Sarah, the owner and maker behind Multifarious Nature. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are a new viewer, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, a big welcome back. I'm glad you guys are here for another episode. I am not the amazing floating head anymore. I hope you can hear me. Okay, yep, my microphone is there. Yeah, I'm still kind of working out the whole where I sit, where the camera's located, all that good stuff. Let me be good and set my timer. That way it keeps me honest because limited on my time that I'm allowed to be on here before my camera shuts off. So, how are you guys? Did you have a good week? I hope you did. I'd love to hear what you're up to. If you are a knitter or anyone in the fiber arts or even not in the fiber arts. I know my brother likes to carve wood, so maybe that's your thing. I'd love to hear what you're up to, what you're making. Um, Always excited to speak with and learn from other fiber enthusiasts and makers and the alike. Um, what have I been working on this week? What haven't I been working on this week? Whew, I've been working on a lot. I actually just got off the phone with my parents, which they usually watch my channel, so hi. um, yeah, so I was kind of discussing some of the things that are in the works for Multifarious Nature with them, and it's very exciting. Lots going on in the background. Lots going on. And a lot of things that take time. So be patient with me as I go through all of it. I will let you know as far as shop update end of things goes. There's a lot of fiber being worked on in the background. I am washing a lot of fiber. It's beautiful day today. We're going, I think it's 77 degrees Fahrenheit here, which is like perfect. It's beautiful out. I actually just got a few more fleeces in the mail today, which is very, very exciting for a big project I've been kind of alluding to. So I really hope I get all parts for it because I'm really excited about it. And oh my goodness, boy, I can like barely speak. I've been running so much. Oh goodness. Okay. Um, clung. What am I talking about? I can't even speak. Um, Suffolk, Suffolk, Suffolk fleece. Um, that will be coming. It is coming. I promise. I keep saying it's coming. But I am now on my second bag of floof that has been uh, picked open by hand. I do basically everything by hand. My drum carder is the only thing that's a little mechanical, and I'm still manually feeding it and manually taking it off and then feeding it again. So it's still manual, but it does help me, helps my shoulder and all that good stuff. But yeah, we are going on our second bag of Suffolk. It's gray. It's beautiful. Hopefully you can see it through that shine of the bag. I have a pillowcase over here. I have that bag, and then I have about a quarter of a pillowcase full of Suffolk fleece still. So I'm almost there. It is taking a minute to get through, but I am getting there. And I'm very excited. So I will be putting that on the drum carder hopefully soon. Tomorrow is going to be a little nutty. I actually have some fleeces I'm going to be going to pick up, so I have to do a little bit of driving, and that's exciting, really exciting. And then I also, so I don't know if I'll get anything carded tomorrow. I hope I can, but I also have a gathering from work that I have to go to in the afternoon, evening. So it's kind of a celebration that they're doing, and that's nice. Kind of a bummer that it's on my day off, but it's nice that they're doing it. So there you go. That I do appreciate that. Let's see here. I think that's it for like the shop update end of things. I'm trying to focus because my brain is going in 10 directions at the moment. So yeah, I think that's it when it comes to shop update. I did do some more spinning of Amanita's fleece with a little bit of that bunny. I did run it through, it's Angora bunny, and I did run it through again on the drum carder, and I think it blended it a little bit better. And this is her beautiful floof. Oh, Ami, she's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. Anyway, So I did do some more spinning of that. I just have to wash it. It's hanging over there. I'm staring at it right now. It's next to you guys. I'm staring at it, and it's beautiful. I'm loving it. I'm very excited to spin her wool by itself. It's nice with the Angora. I think I still have to work on blending that better. It's a learning curve. I've never worked with Angora, so yeah, a learning curve. But I love it. I like learning new things. So there you go. So yes, just to show you again, this is what I blended with Amanita's fleece. It's a very fluffy chestnut Angora. It's incredibly soft. I want an Angora bunny in the worst way. Everybody and their brother has told me no because apparently I don't have time, which they're not wrong. They're not wrong, but I want one. I want one so bad. They're so cute and fluffy, but yeah. The last thing I need is another critter right now, I think. But anyway, we are going to talk about the Freyr sweater. So I've been working on this primarily. I think this is the only thing I've been working on, honestly. Let me think about that for a minute. Yeah, I think it is. No, it's not. Okay, I'm going to step away for a second because I totally forgot my other project. Like a goofball. Bear with me. I'll be right back. Didn't lose you, right? I'm still here. Whew. Hopefully you can still hear me. If the audio goes out on this, I'm going to be very disappointed in myself. Okay, so I got my other project. Whew. Only worked on two. Primarily, I worked on my Freyr, though, because this is a test knit for Inga of Knitting Traditions. So pretty. Hopefully it doesn't show any of the detailed information. But I'm so grateful that we're allowed to talk about it because I love it. I love it so much. So I can't talk about the specifics, of course, because it is a test knit, but I will show you guys because it's so pretty. I'm using my cranberry colorway, and I have split for the sleeves. Like, I have been knitting on this something fierce, and it's so wonderfully drapey. So there's multiple versions of this sweater. I am doing the summer version. So again, that's why it's so nice and light and drapey and airy. I'm using my 6-ply merino base, but this is that cranberry color. And there's this beautiful detailing on the sleeves, the raglan, and I don't know if you can see this very well. Hopefully you can, but there is also that cable detailing underneath the sleeve, and it's going to go down the side of the sweater. So pretty. Oh, I'm very excited. And the test knit is kind of due by the 1st of August. And my goal is then I can, of course, by finishing by that time, I'll be able to wear it to Michigan Fiber Festival, which I'm really excited. I want to wear it to Michigan Fiber Festival. I think it's going to be so comfortable. It's a short sleeve and super flowy. It's going to have some nice positive ease to it. I'm excited, you guys. I'm very excited. And I've been working on it nonstop, except for this brief moments I worked on the other project. I only worked on the other project on my lunch break. I'll make sure I make that very clear. I worked on my test knit in the morning, in the evening. I'm working on it all the time. When I'm not working on Multifarious Nature things, which this is part of my Multifarious Nature actually, because it's my yarn. But otherwise, it's like when I'm watching TV after dinner is when I'm working on this in the evening, and then in the morning as well for a brief moment. But I just love it. So wonderful knit. It is just knitting up so fast. And so I do want to mention this because this is kind of important. I am using hand-dyed yarn, as I mentioned. This is a tonal semi-solid. It is not a solid because it's hand-dyed, so it's definitely a semi-solid. And I am doing every other round. So I am like switching skeins every round, so that way it should evenly distribute the color. I didn't want to do one skein and then knit the next skein because they're hand dyed, and the nature of hand dyed is it could be slightly different. These skeins are incredibly close in color, so I don't think it's a problem because you don't see any like striping. The only time you see almost what looks like striping is because of the skein itself just has lighter spots in it, because these were really big skeins. These were 150-gram skeins that I dyed up. So it just kind of the way the dye took, that's just how that works. But otherwise, they're incredibly similar. They are from the same dye lot. So that means they're going to be very similar. All right. So I've been primarily working on this. This won't be a very long video because I am running out of, there's light, but it's very cloudy today. It's weird. It was raining this morning. So I'm just trying to keep up with it. And I have other things I've got to do too. Whew. There's just, do you guys ever feel like you don't have enough time in the day? I know I'm not the only one who feels that way. I know it. All right. So sorry about that. I think I hit the microphone. Sorry. The other project I worked on was my Ruby and Rose's Fascination shawl. I worked on that on my lunch break. Very little progress because I worked on it on my lunch breaks, and I am now like well over 300 stitches at this point. So it's like I knit basically a row, and then I make it through half a row, and then my lunch is over. And I consider myself to be a semi-efficient knitter, but yeah, I'm very much enjoying this portion where it's got this fun, like half fisherman's rib stuff going on. Hopefully you can see that. Hopefully that's in the camera. I don't want my eyes to be seen, otherwise the focus will get lost. But I'm very much enjoying it. Still on the same color that I talked about last week. Super, super soft and beautiful. I have to say, I think this one is which blend is this? Is this number 9? Bear with me as I count. 6, 7, 10. This is 10. Which one is 10? I feel like it's a Shetland blend, if I'm remembering right. I know my Shetlands. It is a Shetland cross. So I don't know what it's crossed with, but it's definitely Shetland, and it holds true to being a Shetland. And here is the beauty of Shetland wool, if you're not familiar with Shetlands. It can be spun so many ways, and I'm going to actually, coming up here, I should talk about that too. Shoot, I should. I'm going to be learning even more about how to spin certain breeds, but so this is that Shetland cross, and you can see how thin this is. It's a very thin fingering. It's definitely fingering. This is pretty true fingering. You can spin. So Shetland is known for the shawls that are called wedding ring shawls. And my understanding is that they can be spun. Shetland wool is very strong, and it can be spun so fine that when the shawl, it's a lace shawl, and when the lace shawl is finished, you can actually pull the thickest part of the shawl through a wedding ring. So that's pretty cool. I have to say, like, that to me is pretty cool. And beautiful sheen. It's just beautiful. I love it. I love my Shetlands. I have a very soft place in my heart for my Shetlands. And because of that, I was able to get some serious yardage out of this. I think I got over 100 yards. Yeah, 150 yards. Almost 200 yards out of a 25-gram sample. That's pretty impressive. I guess no, that's really good. I'm thinking to myself, is that a big amount of yardage for that amount? But it is. It really is. So definitely got my money's worth out of that one. So I'm excited. Very excited about it. And it's such a beautiful shawl. It's like a little sampler, basically, is what it is. And the pattern is not. I mean, the pattern calls for doing a solid color. but I went rogue, as one does, and I just made it fun as a sampler. So I can have all the fun colors and then all the different textures, and I just think it's so pretty. So now that I'm not like a floating head, you can see a little bit more of it, which is nice. Isn't that nice? I need to be better about setting the camera back further. You're actually about 5 feet away from me right now, believe it or not. So to remind myself to do that. Ooh. Anyway, a little fuzzball. Isn't it pretty? Oh, I love it so much. I'm very excited. It's super soft and just gorgeous, and I love working with hand spun. It's just like that next step, right? Washing the fleece and then spinning it and then being able to knit with it. It's quite wonderful. So, love it. And this is Melly Knit's Advent, her True North Advent from last year, 2024. Gorgeous. So much fun. All right. Well, and I'm excited about the next color coming up too, but I'm just loving this Shetland. It's just wonderful to knit with. I'm trying to think of, oh, yes, I was going to talk about something else. I should have brought the book in here. Oh, something neat. Unfortunately, when you guys are seeing this, it'll be too late to sign up. She has a limited amount of spots, but also the cutoff is Friday, and that's tomorrow, and you guys aren't going to see this till Saturday. So sorry about the late notice. If I have a hot minute after recording this, I will try to record about it. The tricky part is that I don't really know how. It's a class. I signed up for a class. And the thing is I don't really know like how good it is until after, like from my own opinion, right? The opinion that I have is of others right now, and every opinion that I've read was highly encouraging of the class. It's a breed study course, and it's through the Sheep Spot, and I will include a link down below to that. I'm really excited about it. So it's a breed study, and there's some really interesting breeds that I get to work with, and I had to buy a kit for that, and I'm really excited. It's really cool, and she's out of Canada. She's the one who runs the class, and I'm really excited to meet more fiber enthusiasts because she does virtual meetups and the classes, and yeah, it's kind of go at your own pace a little bit. The classes are, I think the classes are pre-recorded, and those are released on each month. They're released because she really wants you to focus on one breed at a time, and then you do your sampling, and then yeah, it's a whole year worth of it. So you sign up in June, and then it goes until the following June, and yeah, or through May, I guess through May, but June. It's June. I think the last class is in June, and it's really exciting. So that's really cool. Yeah, June, because it starts in July. So the cutoff is this Friday. I think it's this Friday. No, I lied. I thought it was this Friday, but I'm not sure. I will look it up, you guys. I will look up when that cutoff date is, and I will share it in the notes below. Or I will do a little short recording and share about it there, which you would have already seen by the time you see this video. But I definitely will include it in the show notes if it's not Friday, if it's not tomorrow. Because if it's not tomorrow, I'd love for you to be able to sign up if you want to. Totally up to you. It is definitely an investment. It is not cheap. I really appreciate, though, the way she did it. So she has a one-time payment that you can do for the class, or you can do what I opted for, which is the same price but broken up monthly. So I pay monthly to take the class. That is much more manageable for me and probably for a lot of people, which is why she does it, which I so appreciate. So I had to buy the materials up front, the materials that you have to pay separate. So you pay for the class, and then the materials that you buy. It's just like buying textbooks and stuff. What you're buying is the fiber, and she has 2 different sources you can get the fiber from, and she shares all that information once you purchase the class. But it's really cool looking, you guys. I'm really excited. I should be getting my pack tomorrow. Should be getting it tomorrow based on my tracking. I'm pretty sure I'll get it tomorrow. I hope. Which will be exciting. And yeah, then I'll do the first breed, which I'm really excited about. But and the first breed is a Rommeldale, which I think it's Rommeldale. Is it? Or no, it's not Rommeldale. Oh, for goodness sake. My brain. I can't. Sometimes I just can't. But I have it in the book, and it starts with an R on the tip of my tongue. It is a French name, and it is basically merino. What is the word? Those of you that know are probably screaming it at the thing going, Sarah. Rambouillet. Nailed it. It's Rambouillet. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Rambouillet. Rambouillet are kind of, I believe, the French merino, basically. That's what they are. So that's exciting. That'll be the first one. And we basically spend a month focusing on each one. So I'll spend a month working with that Rambouillet, and then we'll go to the next and the next and the next. And I'm really excited because there's a lot of breeds that I have not worked with yet. So that's super cool. It will help me with my spinning. It will help me with learning how to spin with different wools, because I totally wing it, you guys. I just do what the wind tells me to do. When I'm spinning, if it feels good to me, I go for it. I'm kind of a supported long draw queen. Like, that's just what I do. I kind of default to it. It feels natural to me, and that's just what I do. I used to do short forward. I think that's what it is. I used to do that, but then I started kind of doing short forward and long draw, and it kind of morphed. But yes, so that's kind of what that's all about. So I'm going to look that up. I really hope that there's time in case any of you do want to sign up. It looks really fun, and they have like the classes, like I said, are virtual, and they'll have meetups that are virtual. There's like a welcome party coming up here. It's gotta be. I feel like the cutoff is tomorrow. If it's not, I will tell you guys. But because the first day for like a welcome party that's virtual is going to be, I think it's July 1st. So I know the cutoff is very soon. But I will let you know. I will definitely let you know. And yeah, if any of you guys want to join, I hope you will. But I totally understand it's an investment. So to me, I looked at it as an investment in my education. Primarily, I love learning, so that's wonderful. But it's also an investment in my business because I am getting more and more involved with processing wool for spinning. And I really want to be as educated in that, not only so I can talk about it with you guys, but also to share and process things in the best possible way, other than winging it, which I wing it. And I love how it's wung. Like, when I'm spinning it, I'm like, this is great. But if there's an even better way, we will do it. But I like to make bats. It's kind of my thing. So it's just what I do. Anyway, all right. I'm getting close to the end here. Boy, I can just blabber on about things. Yeah, as far as life update, I think that's kind of my life update, is I'm going to be a student. Again, I'm constantly ever learning person, that's for sure. But like actually taking a like planned breed study course where she has learning material that's all laid out is really nice. Because if you're like me and you feel like your brain's going in 10 different directions at once, and well, yes, you can be organized, that's for sure, and you have every capability of doing that, paying someone else to do that portion for you sometimes is better. It's kind of like that big project, like building a deck, and saying, yes, I could build the deck, but would I rather pay someone who's an expert in building the deck? Yes, I would, because then I can spin wool instead of building the deck, right? That's kind of where I'm at. I kind of look at it that way. So there you go. It's an investment in learning and making myself an even better rounded person. So I hope you'll join me. If you do sign up, definitely let me know. You can let me know in the comments below. I'm sure I'll figure it out, but I probably won't. I probably won't figure it out. So if you want to let me know, I'd love that. Yeah. And again, not sponsored. I'm just letting you guys know because I think it's cool. And I signed up. So that's really neat. It's something I wasn't aware of. And when I stumbled upon it, I was like, why didn't I know about this? Maybe it's because she's out of Canada and I just didn't know, but crazy. Oh, the class is in US dollars, so that makes it a lot easier to try to figure out, in case you're wondering. And the wool that you buy, there's two options. One is out of the US and one is overseas. And you can order overseas if you want to. I did not. I did the math, and in my head, I feel like it would be either it's a better deal or there's more of a guarantee on the pricing by ordering it in the US, because with all the tariffs going on, of course there's all these different taxes, so import taxes and stuff, and that's going both ways, not only the US but from overseas. So I just figured, let's make it easier on ourselves. Let's buy from our country. Let's support our industry. So I did purchase from the US, which I appreciate. I think it was the Woolery is where I ordered it from, if you're familiar with the Woolery. I've ordered from them before. I had great service. I'm hopefully anticipating the same thing here. They shipped it and it's estimated to be delivered on Monday, but based on the tracking, it should be delivered tomorrow. So I'm really hopeful. I know I've gotten things from them sooner than expected before. So it's exciting. 3 minutes. Oh man, I'm down to the wire. So yeah, again, I'd love to hear from you guys. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying healthy. I know there's a lot of like allergy stuff going on these days with all the pollen and goodness. But I hope you're staying healthy and I hope you're happy and I hope you're making. And I look forward to hearing about what you're making and what you're up to. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. And I look forward to catching up with you soon. Take care. Bye.